addressing these issues and finding solutions?
Another area
Yeah.
which I found is about the people talk about it,
Yeah,
about the health insurance.
I see. Yeah,
Health insurance. Those who retired from here, they have 100%. They have Medicare.
yes, yes,
Those who have contributed to the system, they have Medicare. Medicare is a big support,
yes,
but there is a 20% left in that one.
yes,
If you are not prepared for that 20%, that means additional insurance to cover
Yes.
those insurance, it is going to be 20% is nothing, but when the year comes out,
Oh,
it's,
yes.
it's going to be a big money.
it's going to be a huge sum, especially
huge
if you
sum.
end up in a hospital once or twice,
It's a huge
and
sum.
20% of the copay
Yes.
for the doctor's fees can quite quickly escalate.
Yes. So
into-
the other one, that's another issue which we hear. I don't know whether that we have to start planning. At least we have to plan the younger generation who is working now, because the people who came from in the beginning stages, including me, we ignored the professional advisors.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm going to be fine. But that's not the truth.
Yeah, I think you make a very important point. As you said, we make financial retirement finances and financial planning, life insurance, and all these things. We probably end up spending more money on life insurance, which our children probably may not be desperately needing it, but at the same time, we are cutting short on supplemental insurance for Medicare, which costs about $150, and $50 for a prescription plan. And that can pay off in the first month for the amount of medicines that anybody is taking as a senior citizen.
This we have to have a professional
That's right, yeah.
people to educate them. This has to have, probably when we do seminars,
Yeah.
we have to talk about this kind of issues.
In
At least
fact,
younger generation
Yeah,
will
in
be
fact, we
benefited.
had Sudhir Mathuria, who has been dealing with the senior insurances
Yes,
quite
yes,
extensively.
yes.
We talked about Medicare, we talked about Social Security, we talked about supplemental insurance and all this in our previous programs. And all these programs are on YouTube for those who are interested to get a glimpse of what it means to be retired with reference to the insurance coverage and all this. As I said, first of all, you have to have your Medicare, which means you have to pay for Part B, which can range from $100 to $200 depending on your income level. Then you have to have a supplemental insurance, which you can buy it for about $150, which I would strongly recommend people to get
buy
it.
that one.
And $50 for prescription, and it is absolutely essential to have all these things. And I would also suggest a dental insurance. There are some insurance, like the one which I have done research is called the Delta insurance, which costs approximately $40, $50 a month, but it may be worth it because they have a lot of doctors who give 50% discount. Like if you want to need a cavity or something, it costs $2,000. Your cost may be down to $1,000, which will pay itself for the insurance for the whole year. But as we get senior ages, I see so many people missing teeth and bridges and collaterals and all kinds of stuff. Each one of them is like a painful 1 or 2 year experience that is reflected in those little metal parts in the mouth. And these are things that we really need to pay attention to.
Yeah, actually, when you are accustomed with that kind of situation, you keep on postponing it.
I know. See,
keep
that's
on
the thing.
post-
You
you
just say,
keep
okay, I
on
got a
postponing.
toothache, I'm going to just live with it.
Yeah, it's okay, but then they will
Yeah.
be used with it, so it's okay because
When you buy a new car when you are young, if you see a little scratch, you take it to the dealer and say, "Oh no, I want this all cleaned up here."
clean, yeah. Then
But
after
now, your hip is hurting for 6 months. They say, "Oh, I can't afford the copay. I got to postpone it for another 6 months."
this again, the insurance.
Yeah.
There is Medicaid, which is for
Yes.
the parents who coming from India. They live here. Those
Yeah.
who did not work or contribute in the system up here. Medicaid is available.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we have to approach the right person, right agency, and it's not, probably it may not be that easy in
Yeah.
certain states. Texas is a hard state for that one.
I see, yeah.
Because they are not giving anything free to the people, but it is available. You can talk to the agencies. AARP is there, they can guide you.
Yeah.
So there are similar agencies who actually by this, working for the people. You should use their
Yeah.
services also.
So what are the suggestions? I mean, you see all these articles coming through your newspaper about senior challenges and all this. What are the suggestions you think you would have? Because this has to be done collectively. As you said, we are too fragmented, and that's is going to be a real challenge to even do. Because like you belong to an association, there are only 200 people. You can't do anything collectively for 200 people population.
Actually, if you count the number of seniors in our community,
Yeah.
it will be mind-boggling. Because the senior citizens we have in the general one is, I think they had about 900 members.
I see, yeah.
900 members. I worked with them for some time.
Yes.
But they also cannot do anything.
That's
because
the thing, you know, everybody's sort of dependent to some degree.
all the churches they were talking for the last 25 years, they are talking about seniors, seniors, seniors. But nothing is happening. Temples are doing, every religious organizations have seminars, but nothing is coming out from there. The seminar is good. They do it, go there, blood test is done, and then go back.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there is no
You
positive,
need an ongoing, long-term
positive structure.
approaches.
We have to have it
Yeah.
so that these people can be safe, protected, and they will be enjoying the life. Like, for example, if they want to go somewhere, there has to be a traveling accommodation has to be there. You have to take a bus,
Yes.
go there. Or to go for another trip, it has to be collectively done, not individually by when children go, you go with the children. That's not,
I know.
There has to be so that they can, transportation will be available, first aid will be available.
That's true, yes.
Everything has to be available in one place, which I visited the Hope Clinic.
Yes.
Hope Clinic is run by the Chinese people.
I see.
It is so well organized.
Yeah. I think we can learn from a lot of different communities as to
Well,
how
they came
been
earlier
here for
to
a
us.
longer time.
They came much earlier than us, and
Yes.
they have experienced the life. Probably their seniors are the second generation seniors
That's true,
now.
yes.
So they are not the first generation.
That's true,
We
yeah.
are the first generation seniors.
Seniors.
We have to learn, we have to suffer, but we can at least guide the next generation to be better than us.
I think so. It is very important for us to address this because this is a real issue. It's not like something we can just ignore and put it under the carpet because it's not going to go away. And it's going to get more and more challenging as we get older and older and more physical disability is set in.
For some people, it's already in the house.
I know.
For others, they are just knocking at the door, just they will be in.
Then as time goes on, some of us end up losing loved ones, and then all of a sudden you become a single person or something like that.
Even if you think about the bathroom.
Yes.
Bathroom is a major issue.
Well, that's what that whole story was about. Piku,
okay.
Amitabh Bachchan and Deepika Padukone. The whole movie was made on constipation. I mean, it's a real issue because
in the toilet we use.
Yeah.
Is not the one for a senior.
Absolutely. I think, but it's good to discuss some of these things, and at the same time, we need to reach some kind of solution to some of these issues that we face as they see seniors, so that maybe we establish some ways of addressing the physical, the emotional, the spiritual, of course economic part. Most of it is addressed, and transportation, boredom, and all these things have to be put into one package, and so that people can just sort of, like in other countries, they have like a seniors living accommodation, like a building where you have your own room, somebody is cooking for you, somebody is cleaning for you, then you have transportation to take you to these different places during the weekdays, or you can go and work as a volunteer in some of the schools or libraries, things like that. But here, everything has to be done by children, which is
children in the small limited area.
Yeah.
Because they have they do with the leftover time.
But sometimes you have to take time off work, which they don't sometimes they don't have a choice,
Yeah.
and they are stuck between a rock and a hard place because
So first of all, what we have to do is we have to accept.
I think so. We have to accept the limitations and say, okay,
you have it.
this is a real life.
Yes. I used to drive all the way up to Dallas, non-stop,
Yeah.
and come back the same day because we are running the business.
Yeah.
out there. Now I know I cannot even think about it.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Nik Nikam Network Talk Show. We are talking about Desi senior citizens' challenges and how we can address some of these issues. At least we are bringing up the major points, and hopefully when we meet again next time, we can talk about some of the solutions that we may be able to adapt to our culture and our way of lifestyle, because we can't adapt what is done by other societies and say, okay, we're going to do this way. And some of these things we may be able to implement, but as I said, if you have a senior citizens quarters, of course you have to maybe cook Desi food or something close to that. We can't have Chinese or Mexican food every day.
I am sure we should have the option to do, because all our food are made to whether it is from north or south.
Yes.
Everybody likes the same food.
That's right, yes.
South Indian food, North Indian food, Punjabi food, Gujarati food is all the same preparation. Little bit spices more, that's all. But
that's the thing, because we can always have other, like Italian, Chinese, or any other Mexican food on weekends, and if you have a movie or something, then it goes well with the weekend ambience.
We have the options to do whatever we want to do, but the only thing is we have to accept I am not macho anymore. I have to take the help of somebody else to go, to come, to do everything. Once you realize
when you said I'm not a macho anymore, it's kind of hard to swallow the pill, but maybe we'll leave it at there and we'll come back with some more optimistic solutions to these real challenges in life. Koshi, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week at 10 a.m. Thank you for listening. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Nik Nikam Network Talk Show. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, your host. If you would like to be a guest on our program, please contact us at 281-265-7567. If you would like us to promote your programs, events, products or services, please contact us at 281-265-7567. You have been listening to Nik Nikam Network Talk Show. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and have a wonderful